Hi guys, how are you doing? Today's reading is all about why are we in separation. So I've only got two piles today, this pile and this pile. So pile number one, pile number two. So if you would like to pause the video and make your decision, we will move on to pile number one. Okay, so I'm just gonna put these over here for now. So I haven't looked at these. I've shuffled, prayed over them, shuffled and dealt them, but I don't know what they are. Why are we in separation? The Emperor. Why are group number one in separation? Okay. Okay, so these are, we've got 3 Rider-Waite, 2 Doreen Virtue tarot cards. And then I've got 2 from the Doreen Virtue Angel Answers that are kind of, what do we need to know about the separation? So these are advice about what we need to know, okay? So why are you in separation? Okay, let me just take that in. Okay. Yeah, okay. What's jumping out to me with the Emperor card is that there's some action has had to be taken. Some things have had to be moved about. Some things have had to be done. I feel like both of you had things that needed to be sorted out in your own lives. You both had to sort some stuff out, okay? Yeah, I feel like you're both reasonably well balanced. It's not got a heavy energy. It's not got a crazy energy. It may well be that this is some stuff that you needed to sort out that was quite deep. You know, that you've done a lot of the superficial healing, and now, you know, you just needed to sort some things out. You know, that's really strong. And that you had to really understand just how powerful a manifestor you are, that you needed to sort out this magician quality, that you had to sort out how to kind of really find your manifestational powers, that you needed to kind of like find your power in your own life and start like changing things up in your own life. It's like action and manifestation, you know. And I feel like because the question is why are you in separation, you needed to do this independently. It's almost like, I feel like if you were together, it would be a distraction. And that also, it may well be, I feel from with this card, that one or both of you was in another relationship. And that you had to learn from that, move on from that. And whatever it was that you needed to sort out, you are in the process now of moving on from that. And I feel that this is mirrored somewhat. So both of you are doing this. That you both are moving on from things from the past and moving into something, a better situation for you, and moving towards each other, you know. So there is real positive thing going on here. How quickly you'll move on from this is really up to you, you know, for you personally and for them. So, but this is about moving on from, this can be addictions, this can be it's emotional. It's the 8 of Cups, so it's emotional things. But I can see you've got 2 air cards here as well, so it's thoughts and emotions. It's all that stuff, all that hidden baggage, I'm almost feeling, you know. And it's like with this, you know, you did the work, and it's like, do you know what, it's time to move on. And I don't feel it's moving on from each other. It's not moving on from each other, because I can see that from the Oracle cards. It's about moving on from all that old stuff from the past. And I feel like moving on from that will cause you both to have an Ace of Air moment. So it says, brilliant new ideas and inspirations, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. And that goes totally with this. You know, so this, whatever it is you had to sort out, was not easy. You know, it was tricky. It caused you challenge. But once you move on from this, you'll find this great new beginning, a new inspiration. It won't be easy, but you'll be able to do it, and you'll be able to realize the truth of the situation, and you'll be able to make a new start. And as a result of that, you know, you're going to feel like you can let go of this sadness of the, sorry, that's not really focusing properly, of the 9 of Air, which is in reverse. And I feel that's because it's leaving you, it's draining away, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. So it's the end of the sleepless nights. Whatever this situation was you were having to deal with and move on and act on and learn how to manifest something better, this is what's been going on in your separation. You've been dealing with that stuff. You've been trying to break away from it, create a new start. Cut ties with the past. This can be cut ties with an old relationship as well. But because of that, we've got this 9 of air, this in reverse, this sort of draining away of all the fear and the sadness. And what they're asking you to do in this separation is trust. And within the next few months, you're going to see some sort of movement here with this. Okay? So trust and know that you're going to see something positive, and that actually it is really positive, because this needed to happen so that this old pain could drain away and we could move to something better. So the separation was not in vain, and it was absolutely necessary. So that's why you're in separation, so that you could do this work, move on and start afresh. And they're just asking you to trust. Okay guys, so that was group number 1. Let's move on to group number 2. Group number 2, why are you in separation? Oh, wrong way round. I'll put them down here. Improving health, sorry, unlikely. 8 of air, 6 of air, 7 of cups, page of swords, 10 of cups. Oh, that's really interesting. I feel like I maybe need some help with this one. I might need some more cards. Let me take the energies in and see what's coming up. See what the guides are saying. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because this 10 of cups doesn't go with the rest of it in a way. Because there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of confusion. There's some positive over here as well. I just want to get some clarity on this one, because my intuition, it's not the guides, my intuition's telling me something about this. And that's not. But, okay. Right. Okay. Right. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to move this over here so I can... Right, so I was a bit confused because I'm like, okay, why are you in separation? And we've got like the Page of Swords, which is kind of... The Page of Swords is not a bad card, but there's kind of a little bit of secrecy, a little bit of like suspicion. It's very youthful, young, innocent. It's coming across with the others as almost a bit like fearful. We've got the 7 of Cups, which is like not sure what to choose, feeling confused about what to choose, what to do. We've got 6 of Swords, which is a positive thing because it says on the card, things are looking up. The card of a difficult situation, the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. It's that sort of moving out of painful situations and into healing, okay? And so I was a bit confused by this because then we've got the 8 of Air, which is the, you know, that sort of trapped feeling, an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. You know, there's that in the original Rider-Waite, it's that person, the woman stood with the blindfold on and all the swords around her, and her being very bound up in her own thoughts. Right, so why are we in separation? And so you can understand why. The first card being the 10 of Cups, I was like, huh? Because these kind of all go together. And then we've got advice cards of unlikely and improving health. So I'm getting it though, because I drew these 3 cards to clarify this card. My intuition was telling me this, but I wanted to double check. So, right. Why you're in separation, either you or this other person, I suspect it's the other person, had some sort of what they felt to be ideal or happy situation that went wrong. So this could be an old divorce, an old relationship. It could be someone they've lost. It could be through death or through divorce or through just breaking up with this person. But they thought they had it all. They thought they had it all. And then it went. Okay? And I got this first clarifying card, Three of Swords. In reverse, but Three of Swords. So this is pain, heartache, trauma. It's also about being, when I see it in the upright here, I see it as it's being, I see it that it's present, so that the present tense, you know, they are feeling this pain now, but it's being cleansed. In the reverse position, it could be that the swords are dropping away, but it also could be there's some resistance to letting go of the old pain. Then we've got the Four of Wands, so it's clarifying this position they felt they were in. They were maybe married, they were definitely committed, and there was this sense of, you know, this was forever, but it wasn't. And this person used to be the King of Cups. This person was open and ready to offer and ready to give, but this kind of went wrong. Now, I know these cards don't necessarily say that, but it's just my intuitive story. This kind of confirmed. So this person was in this situation and it went wrong in the past, is what I feel. Or they had an idea of it and it went wrong. And so why are you in separation? Because you or this person, this could be you or this could be the person, but I get a feeling this is the other person. And so consequently, this person is kind of feels young, feels vulnerable, feels a bit like a child, feels like they can't quite be honest. There's a bit of maybe kind of like looking at you on social media, a bit of secrecy, kind of watching, very up in their head in a kind of childish kind of way. There's a lot of confusion. They're very easily overwhelmed, or you are. There is evidence of some healing. You know, it's like they get part way along and you feel like they're making some progress, but then they kind of don't make progress. They kind of get bound up in their own thoughts again. And this is what this is about. On the one hand, you know, you're in separation and it's unlikely that you're going to get out of it because they're so bound up, or you are so bound up in their situation. What will get them out of it and what will bring you out of separation is improving health. And this is mental health. Yeah, because we've got all this sword energy and this bit of cups energy, which is very similar to the sword energy. So how are you going to get out of this separation? Improving health. Improving mental health. It's allowing this Six of Swords to happen. The moving on. Whether you will or not is down to whether they or you are able to do this. So this is things are looking up. Take the end of a difficult situation. Taking a trip. And it's metaphorical as well. They need to move on from this, or you do. Move on from this painful situation of the past. If they can do that, the separation will end. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the reading. So much love to you.